In light of the thoughts we've shared regarding the darkness of depression, I'm interested today in Job chapter 38, verses 19 through 21, where God asks Job, "Where is the way where light dwelleth? And as for darkness, where is the place thereof? That thou shouldest take it to the bound thereof, and that thou shouldest know the paths to the house thereof. Knowest thou it because thou wast then born, or because the number of thy days is great?" God asked Job, "Do you know where the road that leads to the house where light lives? Do you know where the place is where darkness dwells? Do you know the boundary for darkness, its property lines, as it were? Do you know where darkness abides, where its house is? Have you been alive long enough to know?" His questioning of Job says that, number one, Job does not know these answers, and that, number two, God does indeed know these answers. So let's think about this for a minute. God knows the road that leads where light dwells, as well as the dwelling of light. God also knows the road that leads to where darkness dwells, as well as the dwelling of darkness. We would say God is very familiar with darkness. He knows it by name. He knows where darkness lives, how to get to its house. He knows the boundaries that mark its property lines, as it were. We would say that God has a relationship with darkness that goes way back, all the way back to Genesis chapter 1, verses 1 and 2 in the beginning. So what's the lesson for us to learn here? God knows what leads to darkness and where it dwells. God knows the path that leads to our darkness and when, where, and how it dwells within us. In the midst of the darkness of depression, too often we think that God does not know where we are or what we're going through. Sadly, people prove time and again that they do not understand the darkness of depression either. Furthermore, the devil tries to convince us that no one cares, not even God himself. But God revealed to Job, and he revealed it to us as well, that he knows exactly where the house is wherein darkness dwells. He knows, as it were, its address, its street number, its apartment number, its city, state, and zip code. In the midst of a depressive episode, in the darkness of our depression, God does indeed know exactly where you are and what you are going through. I hope these applications we're making about the darkness of depression are not only encouraging you, but will provoke you to study your Bible and let God show you for himself what he has to say about depression. Well, that's all for today's Morning Minute Meditation. Y'all have a great day, and remember, it is what it is.